vibras?
Cause we know the vibras. Welcome back to another episode of the You Know the Vibras podcast. I'm the one and only Juan the Don, and as always, I'm accompanied by Michael Carrasco.
What up? What up?
Dembow has been on a tear this whole year and the past couple years. Dembow has continued to grow, and Dembow has recently got its biggest, I can say arguably its biggest push. Two of the biggest artists, if not the biggest artists currently, hopped on a Dembow. Bad Bunny has been doing Dembow already for quite some time. When he first got on the song De Magagegi Gogu with El Alfa, which was his introduction to Dembow a couple years back. I want to say maybe 2018-ish, 2019. It was his first Dembow with El Alfa. Very catchy song. That's when Bad Bunny was on his growth, when he was starting out and seeing what worked for him. He's always been an artist that tried multiple things. As you see, he has tried dembow, he has tried rancheras, like Mexican music, also classic reggaeton, trap, a little bit of everything, and he just shows his versatility. And it seems as if Drake, was intrigued by this. A little thing many people don't know about this song. For those who don't know, Drake just dropped the album. I'm a little bit all over the place. Drake just dropped the album For the Boys or For the Dogs, which was an album he's been promoting for quite some time now. People have been waiting for Drake. Every time Drake drops, it's like people anxiously wait for these drops.
That's true. That's true.
It was a very I'd say odd drop time. 6 a.m. is crazy. But a lot of people,
the dogs be up at 6 a.m. Just saying.
Man, I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, a lot of people put their alarms early to listen to this.
Sheesh.
A lot of Drake stands were up and early, ready for the album. A lengthy list of people on this album. We can read off Tizo Touchdown, 21 Savage, J. Cole, Yeet, SZA, Party Next Door, Chief Keef, surprisingly, Bad Bunny, as we mentioned, Sexy Red, and Little Yachty. So a very diverse group. But I want to stay on that Dembow topic really quick, and then we can go back to the other stuff.
Yeah.
So Drake has always dipped into the Spanish market a little bit.
Yeah.
You can go back to when he did Mia with Bad Bunny, and then he also did the song with Romeo.
Audio.
And something that I realized with this Dembow song, first off, his Spanish didn't seem as refined. I don't know if Romeo had any input with that. I don't know. It just seemed very like Google Translate-ish. Like it was like really iffy to me. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't sound like proper Spanish. It just sounded, he didn't sound confident. It was something weird. Like the accent wasn't right. Because if you listen to the other songs with Mia and the one Drake Romeo Audio, he sounds pretty good at Spanish. But in this one, it kind of threw me off a little bit. I don't know if it happened at the same time.
No, I agree, man. Like at the beginning, I was like, "Oh wait," I thought like at first it just sounded like when I heard that song, it didn't really sounded like it was a Spanish song. More of him like just saying a couple words in Spanish.
Yeah.
And then the beat drops.
Right. So that's something that caught me by surprise. Like I said, because Drake and a lot of these artists that do the crossover in Spanish, I don't know if it's like they work it or they practice it for a while, but they dominate it. Like Justin Timberlake has done it, Usher, multiple people have done this crossover and it works. And I'm not saying it doesn't work. It's just his Spanish threw me off a bit because he has done better in Spanish in other songs.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, something people didn't know. Maybe this is an assumption how the song came to be. Drake's DJ Gordo Season. He does a lot of like techno, mixes. You know what I'm saying? And he's famous, for that. But some of his most famous pieces have came from Dembow's being on his like mixes, like techno mixes, like party vibes. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I mean?
Like
I
I
don't know how
like
to.
club music type
Yeah,
of
like club
stuff,
music. Yeah, like
EDM.
so basically like yeah, Dembow and that like infused into that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And so he has had a love for Dembow, and it seems as if because he produced this Dembow, shockingly, I'm surprised Drake or them didn't hit up a Dominican
Like Shimbala.
producer. Not a producer, bro. Come on, what do you mean Chimbala?
Well,
Chael,
Shael,
or Leo
Leo
RD.
Rede.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Those guys, B Wang, any of those guys, it really threw me off. But I mean, it's kind of like random for them to reach out to like one of those
Right,
guys.
right.
But
But I feel like that wouldn't make the song so much bigger though.
yeah, yeah, and it would have been a more of a helping hand as well.
Right.
Um, but yeah, the song overall, I think it's a good song. There's
Mm-hmm.
been some controversy recently. I don't know if you know, with some of the phrases Bad Bunny said. Um, he used a couple like phrases from songs. Like for instance, he said "Ay Santo Dios mío casi cale," which is a song from Rochi. Like it's a piece from Rochi's song.
Mm-hmm.
And also in another song, Titi Me Preguntó, he said Uva Bombón, which is another Rochi song. So Rochi came out to talk about this, saying that Bad Bunny eventually is going to have to give credit where it's due,
Right,
which
right,
is a
right.
bit controversial. I was
Mm-hmm.
watching earlier, and I don't know. I feel like in a way you gotta you gotta just relax. Like if Bad Bunny's giving you, credit in a way, well, if he's using one of your songs, that means he's listening. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's true.
so that's a good thing. And
That's
he's
true.
saying a phrase of yours from a song, it's helping you in a way. You know what I mean? It's
I agree.
helping get the Dominican lingo out there more. So that way the dembow can be more international,
Yeah,
in
and I
my
feel like
opinion.
that's what like I would say Bad Bunny has been doing because his fan base is not just like in the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic,
Hmm.
throughout the U.S. For some reason, a lot of white kids love Bad Bunny,
Hmm.
and him using like you said phrases from Roshi or whoever else he may be using phrases from. It really shines a light into the Dominican dembow scene and
Right.
kind of like making it more of a worldwide music rather than just something more
Local.
regional.
Yeah, yeah, because the Dominican, I feel like the biggest problem Dominican dembow or Dominican music has had that hasn't made it such international or global is the confusion with the slang, because a lot of people don't quite understand what the words may mean, so they can't really like bump the music, although they like the rhythm.
Right,
They can't
right,
really
right, right.
identify to it. But a guy like Bad Bunny says it, and it sounds better for some reason.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
like to them, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
So
right,
in a way, him saying these words, make it, you know, eventually easier for the listeners in the future, you know what I'm saying?
right.
To understand the lingo, which then I feel like opens the door for many demboceros. As you see, it is starting to open the door for many demboceros. We've said it in the past. For those who don't know, the Bad Bunny album Un Verano Sin Ti was heavily Dominican influenced.
Influence, yeah.
Bad Bunny even said it recently, and every time he gets a chance to talk about the album, he does give credit to the Dominican Republic and praises the Dominican Republic as well. Uh, Recently, Titi Me Preguntó, which is a dembow from the album, has won him a Grammy, and also has won him Latin Billboard Song of the Year, or like I think it was like most money or something, the song that made the most money or something like that. Uh,
Hmm.
and It's a dembow. So basically, it's showing that the potential of dembow, and that. So yeah, it got Latin song Rhythm of the Year and also Sales Song of the Year. Titi Me Preguntó.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's showing the potential the genre
That it
has.
has, not 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I
And
think
it's
this is something that's great.
and I feel like over the past years, I feel after El Alfa drop La Mama, I feel that's when Dembow started like taking like a peak, because after that song, it was going crazy on TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram.
Right.
Then I forgot. I don't remember if it was either the NBA or the NFL or the MLB, but one of them was doing an
MLB.
ad. Yeah, they
MLB.
were doing ad with a Dembow beat
Yeah.
in the background.
Limonada Coco from El
Hmm.
Lápiz and Musicólogo.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So I feel now for the new artists coming up, or and then more established artists, it's time to hop on that train, and okay, how can we make this bigger than what it is now, and start. And I feel like the main thing that been kind of like setting it back, it's like you said, it's like the slang are more like of a regional thing that Dominican people will understand, maybe Puerto Ricans will understand, but the rest of the Hispanic community, Latino community doesn't really get, but like they can appreciate the rhythm that comes with it.
Right. No, and Dembow has always had the potential to be global. The beats are very catchy and very like they get people in the people in the
Hmm.
mood to dance. And you have seen this a lot, and it's actually funny because my brother actually sent me a video earlier at like a local bar, which is like not Hispanic at all.
Right.
um and they were playing them both J1, you know what I'm saying, J1, and it's
He
like
been
wow,
going
like
crazy.
so it's and like you see like him for instance, he has been positioned on some of the top playlists and here in the United States, which is surprising because like we said, it's hard for them both to place on playlists. That's why they had to make the separate
Their
playlists for
own,
them.
yeah.
um because they didn't really know how to categorize it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Right.
kind of
Right.
it's a bit like it's a confuse. It's really confusing, but
Yeah,
it shows
because
the potential though.
yeah, yeah, and like I want to piggyback right off like the how hard it is to categorize, because like you can categorize it at like as reggaeton, but it really isn't.
Well, it comes from the origins of reggaeton.
Yeah, right. And then the other thing you can categorize that kind of like urban music,
Hmm.
but it's not like it's not rap, it's not trap, sweet. Like, but now having its own playlist, man, I feel that was a big step forward, and we mentioned it before. And I just want to see more um, Dominican artists, not just based in the DR, but also U.S. based Dominican artists using that platform and actually helping the genre grow.
Right. I mean, it's possible. The main thing is, for Dominicans, the main reason that it has been hard, I'd say, actually, the main problem I'd say, and the reason why Dembow isn't as global as it should be, it's not necessarily, I mean, the words have a part, but you know what it
Hmm.
is more so the inability to travel, because
Right.
the visa
Yes.
situation is the I feel
Hmm.
like Dominicans biggest challenge. Puerto Ricans have the ability to travel,
Right.
to
Right.
United
Right.
States with ease, but in DR or from DR to here is more easier. You have to have the visa, or eventually have all your legal stuff situated with the passport and everything, which is the
Right. No,
reason
I
why a
agree.
lot of these artists can't really globalize their music, and is why you see a lot of American artists who are interested in Dembow having to travel to the Dominican
Hmm.
Republic, as we've seen Quavo,
Right.
all of these big time artists,
Hmm.
even Eleni Chopper recently, a lot of artists, make their way to Dominican Republic to kind of see and see it, firsthand, and understand the culture, and get some of the Dominican heat, and make it in its backyard. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
honestly, they don't
Right.
have a choice, but that's the best way to make it too, as well. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, no, and the other thing that I wanted to touch on is I feel like a lot of like the established artists aren't really helping like the upcoming artists. And I feel that will also help it, because you will have more voices, because the bow is so much variety to it, where you have more of the, like the urban sound, but then also you have more of the, like, okay, I'm gonna play this at a party type of sound of dembow. And just having the already established artists, which I feel like that's what Bad Bunny's doing.
Hmm.
you know uh we talk, I don't know if we really talked about it, but last time there was a whole controversy going on that El Alpha, who is essentially the king of dembow, isn't really like supporting the smaller artists and getting them features or
Hmm.
helping them, by guiding them through, okay, this is how you make a hit,
Right.
this is how we're gonna make the music more commercial. And I
Right.
feel
Well,
that's
he.
kind.
I have to correct you on that because he is one of the artists that does actually help. The main thing is his problem is at one point I think you're confusing it because at one point he had moved to Miami and he was kind of losing his essence of Dembow, so he had to go back to DR to collab with the newer young artists to have it.
Hmm.
Because Dembow is literally going through so many phases that's why I
Right,
said it doesn't really have an identity. At one
right,
point it was
right.
a Dembow Seco, super Seco, and then it,
Just a
it
beat.
evolved to then evolved to something different, and then more
Hmm.
recently it evolved again to the 42, the 42, the aplauso. They were clapping
Hmm.
on the beats, making all these faces, a different type of like thing going on, a different wave. And then again, they changed it again. So it's like it keeps evolving. And it's why it's so hard
Rapidly.
yeah, rapidly. So it's hard for it to catch on. So El Alpha had to go back to had to go back to DR and go into like the ghetto to really understand and to get to kind of get his feet back, what I'm saying, to get his feet back
Hmm.
on, because he kind of was doing something that was so repetitive and people he wasn't having success because it was outdated because it keeps evolving as we said.
Right,
um
right.
but something that I did want to say, and it's something that really surprised me, was that they didn't put Dominican guy on the feature, Dembocero.
Right. I feel, yeah, yeah. I mean, one of the things, like when I was listening to the song, one, I wish the song was longer. That's for one. Number two, like you said, I wish there was like a natural Dembocero on there.
Yeah.
Maybe J1. J1 been going
Nah,
crazy
they should have did
lately.
Rochi, man.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah. I wish, man. That would have been fire. Yeah,
Like
I
there's
feel
so
like
many
that would
artists
have
I
been
could have
perfect.
hopped on that
Yeah.
on that feature. It
Honestly,
would have
any
been
of them.
great.
Any of
Yeah,
them, because it would have been a helping hand to, make them global. But then again, like I said, it was more so, Drake wanting a song with Bad Bunny, and it just
hmm,
happened to be a Dembow. It wasn't like, Drake is very picky, as you see, with
that
the
is true.
selections that he had. I mean, Bad Bunny as well. Although he put Sexy Red on there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he's
Right.
that selective. But but yeah, man. Dembow, man, like we said, is continuing to grow. I'm happy it is. I'm happy that you getting to see artists that you would never have thought would be on a Dembow or being on the
Facts.
Dembow. The only thing I would say I would change from this collab between Bad Bunny and Drake is that I wish that it would have been with a Dominican producer and also would have had a Dominican artist
Hmm.
on it, and it would have, in my opinion, gave it more flavor. I feel like it's an
I
Americanized
agree.
dembow. To me, it sounded like an Americanized
Yeah,
dembow.
yeah, yeah.
It was
No,
like,
I agree.
yeah, I don't know, but
I
I
agree.
mean,
No,
but they're great
it's a
minds at what
step
they do.
forward. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah, it's
step
a step
forward.
forward. But I'm saying they're great minds at what they do, so it's gonna work either way. But for the culture, it being a dembow, I would have loved to see in it, be with, like I said, a Dominican producer and a Dominican dembow artist. That would have been fire. But we can't ask for too much. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I mean, Drake has recorded with a Dominican artist before, so I mean, you can't not say that it's not possible. But I feel like Drake likes to record with established people that are gonna benefit
Help
him
him.
as well, help him
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. Yeah, so that might be the problem, in my opinion. Not necessarily a problem, but the uh the
Strategy
situation.
behind it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
strategy. But like we said, moving on, so we can go back to the album. Like we said, there was a lot of names on this thing.
A lot of
Surprisingly,
songs.
yeah, a lot of songs. First of all, man, 26
Woo-wee.
songs is nuts. It surprised me.
Yeah, yeah.
It
I mean,
really surprised me.
I thought Romeo's album was long, but
Yeah, yeah.
this one,
Nah,
man, whoo.
yeah, 26 songs is pretty hefty. But it basically, I think I seen that Drake said that he's gonna take a break from music for a while. That's probably why he made it such a long album. That way,
Hmm.
people, can't be bothering him anymore with, "Hey, when you gonna drop an album again?" Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys got music for like
Mm.
3 years, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I
You know what
agree.
I mean? But like we said, what was your most surprising collab?
Honestly, bro, Sexy Red. I was not. I feel
Well,
like
there,
that was.
well, there seems to be something with Sexy Red. I mean, I don't know if Drake like really like likes her or her personality or how she is because he gifted her recently a bust down watch.
Hmm.
As you've seen, they've been in pictures together, so there seems to be some sort of a friendship there. So that wasn't necessarily a surprise to me, but definitely I don't think it was deserving because she's more. I feel like controversial. I can't take her serious. I mean, she's going crazy right now,
Hmm.
super crazy, as we seen her stuff got leaked.
Mm, boy,
yeah, for those
I
who
mean
know,
that
if
was
you know, you
one.
know.
Yeah. And the other one, man, I was gonna Chief Keef.
Yeah, Chief Keef
Definitely.
surprised me.
I
Chief
feel like
Keef,
that was the one that
yeah.
really surprised me.
Yeah, it's been a while since Chief Keef has. I feel like I haven't heard Chief Keef in a while. Um so I mean, it was surprising to see, especially that collab between those two. uh
Right.
I feel, did they come out in the same era, like the same time?
Kind of, kind of. So when was Chief Keef? Yeah, right around the same time because Drake, man, Drake been going at it since what 2008,
Cash Money Records, man.
2009. Yeah, Cash Money Records. That man, that was middle school.
Right. I mean, Drake and Chief Keef might be around the same time, bro.
Right around the same time. But the
Because
main
Chief Keef was
difference,
middle school.
yeah, yeah. Like I feel like Chief Keef was more towards the end, towards like the last couple year of middle school, at least for us.
Hmm.
So yeah, right around the same era, but it's just like a difference in the type of music,
Right. Right.
and I feel that that's what made the difference there.
Yeah. I would say I was well, my surprise collab was obviously Bad Bunny. That surprised me. You know what I mean? It just,
Hmm.
I mean, it makes sense, two of the biggest artists, like I said earlier, to be on a song together, but it just surprised me that it was a Dembow. Um, because it was the whole album had kind of like a trend towards like in my bag R&B. So like hearing an
Right,
upbeat song kind of like shifted it for me. You know what I mean?
right,
So
right,
but I guess that's part of the strategy, and to like like give your ears like refresh your ears or give you a nice change of pace uh while listening to the album. So I think that was nice to see. Um I think him and 21 Savage, always have that great duo. That might be a legendary duo, honestly.
honestly, bro.
Him
Honestly,
him and
him
21
and
Savage.
every time they come together on a song, bro, is it's always a banger.
Right.
Simple as that.
Facts. You also seen J. Cole. J. Cole was tough. It was
That
crazy to see on there.
that song right there, man. That I feel like that. I feel like that's the best. I don't want to say the best because all the songs are good, but I would say I'll put that song on like my top, on the top.
Right.
The him with J Cole.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I'm very curious to see which songs are gonna top the charts from this album. Um, One that gave me like chills when I listened to it was the one song with him and Party Next Door, because for a slight second I'm like, man, I had to look at the name again because it sounded like PNB Rock to me at one point. I'm like, man, he
Mm,
put PNB Rock. It sounded like him. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
it really gave me like those chills. RP PNB Rock. Um, But yeah, I think the album overall was a solid album. A lot of potential here. Um, the timing of it, I'd say
Weird.
is weird. Also, the time of the year, I'd say is a bit
Time
weird.
of the
It could
year,
have been
yeah.
something to do like before summer, maybe.
Right, right.
But like I said, I mean, he has the strategy. He's the top artist for a reason. Um, but yeah, I mean, let us know in the comments how you guys feel about this album. Let us know what's the favorite song of yours on the album. Which one which artist surprised you as a collab. Also, which one you think is gonna be the top song out of the album itself. Um, but yeah, what do you
Yeah.
think about the timing of the year though for this song? You think this is
Man, I feel like it's a if I'm being honest, like for example the Dembow song, although at least the vibe that it gave me is more of a summer vibe. Um, some of the songs were kind of like gave me that kind of like summer vibe as well. So I feel like if this was more like in late spring, summer, I feel like that would have been a better timing. But I do appreciate that he's giving us good music.
26 songs?
26 songs, man. And yeah, 26 songs that I'm gonna be playing for the next 3 weeks.
Hmm. Oh, also, I forgot to mention the creativity behind it. Really quick, it was cool. The concept he had with his son. How
Hmm.
his son did the artwork, or I think that's how you call it. The
Yeah.
uh, the pick art, whatever the heck it's called. The thumbnail, whatever the heck it is. The
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 album
cover,
artwork.
the album
The album
out.
cover, yeah.
Yeah, his son, came up with that. I also found it funny. Um, the how the amount of barks throughout the songs. There
Mm,
was a lot of barks throughout every song. I feel like every here and there, like random
mm.
barks.
For the dogs, man. For the
Yeah,
dogs.
yeah, man. So it was something interesting. Also, I think in one of the songs, I can't remember which song it was. His son did come out there like a little slight verse. So yeah,
Mm.
I think that was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
How do you feel
Nah.
about that? Really quick, you
Mm-hmm.
know, artists, or in general, kids succeeding successful fathers. Like, I feel like that's a lot of pressure. A lot of people
Yeah.
probably expect, Drake's son to be an artist. Also like Michael Jordan in his case, everybody expected his son to
His
be
kids to
a
be
basketball
like the
player. But, sometimes it turns out not to be
right.
like that. What do you think about that?
Nah, I agree. Like, I feel like it's a lot of pressure on the kids, man. It's like, I mean, another great example is like Will Smith and his kids.
Oh yeah.
Everybody tell yeah, Jaden did a couple things. Willow had a couple hits, but it's like, okay, I feel like it's just a lot of pressure, and it takes away from their like childhood in some
Right.
sense.
Right. Well, probably it's probably a bit tiring, growing
Hmm.
up around cameras and then having to be around cameras again all your life. I think that might be the biggest, challenge, and maybe the thing that makes them not want to, do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Because
could
it's
be
not like I mean, obviously the genetics are there, and it's not like the resources are not there, because they're there and even
a hundred
better,
percent. Yeah,
than when the parents, are coming up. So I think it's
right,
more
right.
so about the pressure, and the yeah, I think it's the pressure. Honestly, the pressure
Yeah,
is more
honestly,
so.
yeah. So
It's
it
a
is
lot
the
of
pressure and the
pressure,
stress. Yeah,
especially when you're a junior. I
facts.
feel like junior is super, tough. Like we said, Michael Jordan Jr. didn't do anything. Deion Sanders Jr. nothing. Like a lot of these juniors hardly pan out to.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna take the Deion Sanders Jr. is not a football player like in the league, but he did play football. But even also Michael Jordan's son did play basketball, but he didn't pan out.
Hmm.
So like I said, it's all about the pressure and them expecting them to be like their father and even better.
Or even better.
Also,
Yeah, I agree.
Bronny too. Bronny has had a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying, with the basketball stuff too, and
Yeah,
that
but I
was
mean, he's still going. I would say he's going crazy.
yeah.
I mean, the other thing, but I didn't even know if this will be the same situation. But like the Ball brothers,
Yeah. Nah, but their dad was he was just he just brought a lot of attention to them.
to them, yeah.
And did put a lot of pressure on them because he was basically the spokesperson and he was speaking crazy,
Mm-hmm.
putting them like I mean, and that's what the father should do, always have faith in their kids and the
Right, right,
ability. But he did say some outrageous things, which then also, impacted their draft status and
right.
how people looked at them or perceived them. But nah, I think this was a good conversation. I was definitely intrigued with the album. Surprised, like I said, about some of the collabs. But I definitely am happy to see the growth of Dembow. Them both, getting to be placed, on a lot of top of the charts now. I mean,
Yeah,
Bad Bunny was one of the first to help the globalization, I'd say, of Dembow. But now Drake, is giving it an even bigger push. Like I said earlier, I was looking up Dembow on YouTube, just the word Dembow, and this song is the first song that comes up. So it already shows the strength, that these guys have as
hmm,
two heavy hitters in the music
right,
industry. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So
right.
I'm definitely glad, and I'm excited to see where the future goes. Like I said, I feel like eventually the next artist that does do this needs to, get a Dominican producer though, and get a
Hundred
Dominican artist
percent,
on the Dembow, for it to be like Dembow.
bro. You know who I really want to see on a Dembow, and hear me out, bro. I feel like this will be like a crazy, crazy song. If we can pull like Roshi, Offset, and Cardi B on a Dembow, bro.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
feel that
tough.
would go hard, bro.
Nah, that'd be tough. I mean, like I said, Quavo's gonna be. I don't know when the song still hasn't dropped, but it should be coming out sometime soon. But like you said, now that's a major mix. But Cardi B did do a Dembow with El Alfa, but it
Mm-hmm.
was whack.
Yeah,
It was whack.
yeah.
Not
I
not
feel.
Cardi B's and El
Mm-hmm.
Alfa ruined it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I think we talk.
pan con salami.
But
That was whack.
yeah, yo, what if we
Oh,
make a Dembow?
peso pluma. Oh yeah. we forgot to mention though Peso Pluma. One of
Peso
the
Pluma,
hottest
right,
corrido artists. Got on a Dembow at, at,
right.
at, at his peak.
At his peak, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm
No,
saying?
that's
So
true.
that was
That's true.
something major as well, and it did crazy numbers. Like we said, TikTok has been I feel like TikTok is the main
Has
reason
been,
a lot of
yeah.
these songs have
Are going viral,
have
yeah.
gone viral, and it's the way the thing with TikTok is that you hear the song so much when they're trending that it makes it catchy and it makes you want to listen to it.
Yeah, it's like J1's song. Oh,
Yeah.
na, 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 na,
Everybody
na.
likes that song,
Bro, it's like you hear it over and over again. Next thing you know, you just sitting there in silence. Your brain just going like, oh, na 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 na.
Yeah,
Bro, that
Yeah.
happens to me sometimes when I'm at work. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
nah. I was like, wait, what the heck am I
yeah,
doing, bro?
yeah. But like I said, I wish that they would have did something like that. You know what I'm saying? That would have given them both more of a push. Although they are
Right.
giving it a push, but I don't know. It just could have. To me, it could have been better. But it's gonna be a hit. You know what I'm saying? You can't
Yeah,
take away
yeah,
the
yeah.
credit. We can't ask for
100%.
too much. But like I said earlier, guys, make sure you comment down below your favorite song of the album. Let us know how you feel about the Dembow song between Drake and Bad Bunny. Make sure you like this video. Leave a rating if you're listening. Review the podcast as well if you're listening. But most importantly, as we always say, guys, this is super important. Make sure to subscribe. And let's vibe. Peace.
And let us know if you trying to hear and you know the Vibras Dembow song.
For intro,
That'll be fire, man. That'll be fire. Yeah, let us know, y'all. Let us know if you want to hear the You Know the Vibras from the Dembow, bro. I'll produce it and everything, bro.
Oh, man. Oh, brother.
Take me back to my old days.
Man. Peace.